Anyone who knows anything about gospel music knows about the Sensational Nightingales. Nicknamed the Gentlemen of Song, and also known simply as the Gales, the Sensational Nightingales originated as a Philadelphia quartet called the Lamplighters, which included guitarist Howard Carroll, later of the Dixie Hummingbirds, and tenor-singer Jerome Guy. In 1949, Carroll and Guy, following the era's penchant for naming vocal harmony groups after birds, changed the group's name to the Nightingale Quartet. Barney Parks, a founding member of the Dixie Hummingbirds, became the Nightingale Quartet's manager. By this time, the group consisted of Carroll, Paul Owens, Ben Joyner and William Henry. They toured with Sister Rosetta Tharpe, sang on radio, and, in 1949, cut their first records for the Coleman label in Newark, New Jersey.
Brightly beams our Father's mercy.
At first, the Nightingales sang in the rhythmic Jubilee style, which was popularized by the Golden Gate Quartet. This changed in 1950, when Parks recruited Julius June Cheeks of Spartanburg, South Carolina, to be the Gales' lead singer. Quartets were transitioning from Jubilee to gospel-influenced singing, which meant incorporating a hard-singing lead vocalist. To remain relevant, the Nightingales needed someone who could shout like Archie Brownlee of the original Five Blind Boys or Wilmer Broadnax of the Spirit of Memphis. A force of nature and vocal prowess, Cheeks was the ideal choice.
Oh, look at the people.
After a short stint recording for Decca, where they released singles of their own, and also backed gospel singer Marie Knight on hers, the group, now billed as the Sensational Nightingales, signed with Peacock Records in 1952. Personnel consisted of Cheeks, Ernest James, Bill Woodruff, John Jefferson and guitarist Joseph "Joe" Wallace. This iteration commenced a string of hits that spanned the 1950s and 1960s, such as Somewhere to Lay My Head, See How They Done My Lord, On the Judgment Day, Morning Train and Burying Ground, which Nightingale's biographer Opal Lewis Nations calls one of the finest moments in recorded quartet history. James and Cheeks handled the majority of the lead work, wrecking churches and auditoriums along the gospel highway when they traded leads on a song, such as on 1952's Will He Welcome Me There. Cheeks left the Nightingales in 1960 and formed his own quartet, the Four Gospel Knights. Several top singers auditioned to take Cheeks' place, and in the end, Charles Johnson of the Gospel Consolators was invited to be the new lead. Johnson, steeped in the older Jubilee style, led the group for its next 20-plus years of touring and recording. When Peacock Records went out of business, and after a brief stint with MCA, the Nightingales signed with Malaco Records. Their Malaco debut was 1980's All About Jesus. At this point, the group consisted of Johnson, Wallace, Woodruff, and Horace Thompson. Johnson remained with the Nightingales through 1981's Saints Hold On and 1982's He Is Real, before leaving to form his own group The Revivers, with Darrell and Ricky Luster.
We've got to hold on.
Calvert McNair replaced Johnson on the group's succession of Malaco albums during the 1980s and 1990s. Continuing the smooth stylings introduced to the group by Charles Johnson, the Nightingales, including veteran members Joe Wallace and Horace Thompson, recorded nearly 20 albums for Malaco, including hits Freedom After a While, 1987, and A Message from the Book, 1991. I Surrender All, 1984, stayed on the Billboard Top Gospel Albums chart for 2 months.
Oh yes, I believe I'll go back home. If the world from you withhold.
The Lord saw fit to call home Calvert McNair in 1996, also longtime member Bill Woodruff. The Sensational Nightingales will always be remembered for their hard work and their dedication to the gospel. The Sensational Nightingales are definitely a golden era gospel legend.
I want to be at the meeting. Jesus, I want to be at the meeting. Lord, when all saints get home.